Go. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Guns and Guitars Live, a live giveaway. I want to do a lot more of these live giveaways just for you guys, my viewers. I am not doing this, I'm not advertising these giveaways outside of my YouTube community. And that's you guys here on YouTube, and then the people who follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not promoting this anywhere. I'm not doing this to gain more subscribers. I'm doing this 100% to just give back to you guys. You guys know how I feel about YouTube influencers and how most of the time YouTube influencers are just kind of like, what kind of gear can I get? How can I benefit? How can I make money doing this? But I like to kind of leverage my influence for the brands that I work with to give back to you guys. So that's what I'm doing here today. Is we're doing this giveaway. It's sort of sponsored by Shooting Target 7 in that all the prizes are donated from Shooting Target 7, but I'm not being paid to do this. This was my idea. I contacted Mark Lanier, who's the owner of Shooting Target 7, and asked if we could do this, and he obliged. So in fact, Mark may be in the chat joining us. He said that he would be here, and if so, we'll include him in these games for this giveaway. So my wife, Mrs. Guns, is going to be moderating the chat, and we'll talk more about her role in this in a little bit. But I absolutely love Shooting Target 7. They are the only steel gongs that I use for my target shooting, and my history with them. I'm sorry, what?
He's here.
Oh, Shooting Target 7 is here. Awesome. Good to see you here, Mark. And then Jamie Lamb says hi to Mrs. Guns. So anyway, so Shooting Target 7 is the only steel that I shoot, and my history with them goes way back before I was actually a YouTube influencer. I was just searching around for the best budget steel targets because that's who I am. Long before I was a YouTube influencer, I just naturally search for the best value for the money, right? And so I couldn't find any AR500 steel on the internet for a better price than Shooting Target 7. And so I made my first purchase from them, and I liked it so much that after I became a YouTube influencer, I had an idea of how to make some target stands out of rebar. And so I reached out to Shooting Target 7 to see if they wanted to send me a couple extra gongs to show them how to do this. And that's where Mark and I kind of started our friendship. And so oh, we're back. Are we back? I think we're back. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that when I got a phone call that it was going to pause the whole live stream. So sorry about that. Hopefully no more phone calls. Anyway, back to my story. Shooting Target 7. I love working with Mark. He's been really great. And it's pretty obvious when you browse his website that his whole idea is that he wants to get these targets in the hands of as many people as possible. He's not charging an arm and a leg. He gives free shipping over $99, which is a steal, no pun intended, because you can imagine how heavy steel is, right? And so as long as you make a $99 purchase or more, it all ships for free, which saves you a boatload of money. He's always having sales. There's a sale going on this weekend. I don't know if it's for Easter or if it's because he's just always doing sales. Anyway, so feel free to check that stuff out. There's a link down in the description that is an affiliate link. So if you use that link, you'll be able to help me out. I'll also give you a heads up. There's a little gift for you guys just for showing up to the live stream down there as well. So everyone who is in this live stream is a winner, as well as anyone who views the replay of it this whole weekend. There's a special coupon code down there in the description for you guys. Limited time, 3 days only. Again, this is Mark's way of kind of giving back to you guys, the Guns and Guitars community. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this giveaway. So I'm going to ask 5 questions, and what I'm going to give, and the prizes are going to be gift cards for Shooting Target 7. We're going to start out with a $25, then we'll go to $50, $75, $100, and finally the grand prize, $200 in gift cards to use to pick out whatever steel targets you want from Shooting Target 7. So pretty awesome that Mark was able to hook us up with those codes, so I appreciate that. The way the game is going to work, if you guys joined me for my Olight giveaway a few months ago, going to be very similar rules. Basically, I'm going to ask a question. You guys are going to answer it in the comments. Some of these are going to be geared towards speed. So hopefully you have a fast enough internet connection that it's not too delayed. And some of these are going to be geared towards more the creative mind. So if you've got a dial-up connection, no worries. You can focus on the creative questions. And my wife, Mrs. Guns, is not only the chat moderator, she's also going to be picking the winners. So whatever she says goes. And I'm going to say right now, only answer one time. Okay, my wife has a full-size computer window screen dedicated only to the chat, so she is able to see every comment, I promise you. So don't do the same comment, same answer over and over and over and over again. What's going to happen is Mrs. Guns is going to put you in a timeout, and that's the last thing that you want, because when you're in a timeout, you can't chat, which means you can't win a prize. So don't just say the same answer over and over and over again. Okay. Rule number 2 is going to be super chats are great. If you want to support the channel, feel free to send a super chat. I'm not going to tell you not to send a super chat, but I am going to say that super chats will not help you win. Okay. The whole point of this is to get targets in the hands of people who may not be able to afford them. And so I don't want people throwing money at me, trying to have a better opportunity at winning. That's just, we're not going to do that. We don't play that way. So if you send a super chat, thank you. That's great. It's not going to help you win. So if your motive is winning, don't send the super chat. So there's that rule. And then the last rule is, what's the last rule? You don't remember?
You didn't tell me the rule.
So the rules are only submit your answer once. No super chats, or super chats won't help. And then I think that's it. If I forgot something, I'll let you guys know as we go. But I don't want this live stream to be like super epically long. So let's go ahead and get right into it with our first prize for a $25 gift card. Technically, it'll be a gift code to use at Shooting Target 7. Tell me this. I recently had my first gun video surpass 1 million views. It's my third video overall to surpass 1 million views, but it's my first gun video. What gun was I reviewing in that video? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. You get one guess. If nobody gets it, then I will open up a second round of guessing. Ready, set, go.
Henry Long Ranger.
Did somebody guess it?
Yeah.
All right, so we already have a winner. Who was it?
Andy Bungert.
Andy Bungert. All right, you are the winner, my friend. Yes, the Henry Long Ranger video. If you guys follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you saw me post a screenshot when it passed 1 million views. So that's probably how you knew that answer already. With $25, what I would... Oh, that's the third rule that I forgot about. Okay, so if you win a prize, you can still win a better prize. So stick with us, Andy, for the rest of the live stream. You might have a chance of winning a better prize. I don't want you to be like, oh man, I won the cheapest prize and that's all I get. No, if you stick with us and you end up winning the $200 prize, what we're going to do is we are going to give your $25 prize to someone else and you can take the $200 prize. So stick in the chat. You can upgrade your prize if you win again. So that was the third rule that I missed. All right. So if I had $25 to spend at Shooting Target 7, I would definitely buy, I typically stick with the 1/4-inch thick AR-500 steel. I think it's more than adequate for just about any caliber. Unless you're going to be shooting really big, I would say .308 or larger rifle calibers, the 1/4-inch steel is going to hold up just fine. I've shot mine with .223. You're probably not supposed to. And it holds up just fine. So 1/4-inch is my favorite because it's, I feel like, the perfect combination of lightweight and portable and sturdy enough for all my calibers that I shoot. So I would get a 1/4-inch 8-inch plate and a 1/4-inch 4-inch plate, or gong, whatever you want to call them. And then just go to your hardware store and pick up some chains to hang them. And then you can pick up some rebar. And, you know, like I did in my rebar steel target hanger video, or just build yourself something out of scrap 2x4s or something to hang them from. So that's kind of like a starter pack. That just kind of gets you into the world of shooting steel. And once you're in it, man, you won't go back. It's a lot of fun. So that's what I'd get with $25. I was supposed to say that while you guys were submitting your answers, but Andy was so dang fast. So Jamie also mentioned that you can also get the chains to hang your gongs from them, and you should. The reason why I didn't mention that is because you wouldn't be able to get a 4-inch plate, an 8-inch plate, and chains for $25, and I didn't want to be misleading. But yeah, you can go ahead and add those chains to your cart as well. It's going to be a better deal than if you go to your hardware store, but you can purchase from them as well. All right, moving on to the next one. $50 gift card, gift coupon code. All right. So for this one, I want you to tell me a funny story using only emojis. So this is going to, hopefully you're on a mobile device. If you're on a desktop, you might lose this one because I don't know if you have access to emojis on your desktop. But tell me a funny story. You're allowed to use one real word. Okay. So, which hopefully will help you tie all your emojis together. And remember, Mrs. Guns is going to be choosing the winner. This is one of those that we are going to do a 1-minute time limit. So, but you can actually take some time to think about it. So take a minute to think about it. Let's do 2 minutes. So a minute to think about it, a minute to type it up. Ready, set, go. For $50 in gift credit to Shooting Target 7, I personally would purchase one of those Bullseye gongs. So if you guys watch my gun reviews, or if you watch my most recent Shooting Target 7 review, you saw my Bullseye gongs. I also call them dope gongs. And so the reason why is because it's a 10-inch gong with a 3-inch hole cut in it. And then there's a 4-inch gong that sits right behind that hole. So if you shoot within that 3-inch hole, that's what, a bullseye. And it makes a little light plink. And it's a different sound than if you hit the remaining 10-inch gong. So when you hit a bullseye. That's the biggest thing about shooting steel. It's like, yeah, you can put a fresh coat of paint on them, and then you can see where your bullets are landing. But after a few rounds, you don't really know which bullets are what, and you don't know if you are hitting the center of the target. So the dope gongs, when you hit that bullseye, you're like, oh man, that was dope. And so that's a way that you can still train. So I would get one of those. A 1/4-inch one is like $38, and I would get T-post target hangers for them. That would get you in a little under $50, and then I would go to the hardware store, pick up a couple of T-posts, and hang that gong, and that would be a really sweet little setup for less than $50. So pretty cool. That's what I would get. We are a minute in, so hopefully those answers are coming in. Hunter asked me what happened to my eyebrow piercings. I grew up, Hunter. That's what happened. No, I'm just kidding. I've been meaning to take them out for a while. This was years ago. I was going to take them out on my 30th birthday. And I ended up not. So a few years later, I got a traffic ticket and had to go to traffic court. And so I took them out for traffic court. And then when I got home, I just decided never to put them back in. So I think that was when I was about 34 years old is what happened to those. So I just decided, as a dad, time to take life a little more seriously. I wasn't trying to make my living as a rock star anymore. So, all right, Dave, do we have a winner?
People are dirty. No dirty ones.
People are dirty. Dirty ones are getting disqualified. Sorry if you guys had dirty ones.
No.
Thanks, Hunter. I agree. It was a good choice.
Oh, I was just looking at this one and I liked it. It happened to be Andy's.
Andy won again. All right. My wife was just looking at one and saw one that she liked, and she realized it was Andy who won the $25 target. Okay. So, Andy, you just got upgraded to $50. So, the next answer that my wife likes, you have an opportunity to win a $25 gift. Andy, yeah, you should be pretty excited. Keep them coming. So I told you not to repeat your same answer, but if you want to submit a new answer, you're welcome to. And the next target prize we're going to give away is $75. So once we're done here, William says congratulations to Andy. All right. Do we have another winner yet, babe?
I'm not getting very many.
Not okay. Do you want to pick one from ones already submitted that aren't Andy?
Yeah.
Rocky says, "Oh snap! The fix is in for Andy. You guys are gonna take out Andy now."
Oh, I like this one, and it's Amberly Niece.
Whoa, Amberly Niece. All right, Amberly Niece is actually a friend of ours from our home state of Arizona. And she submitted a good story. Tell me what story, Amberly. I'm curious what she said.
So, guitar guy plus a plane plus tacos equals somebody throwing up.
All right. So guitar guy plus a plane plus tacos equals somebody throwing up. Okay. So true story. One time I rode on an airplane and was in the very back row. It was a little tiny single passenger airplane. And I ate a bunch of Doritos Locos tacos. And then the back of an airplane shook around a little bit and I chucked up those tacos. But the funny part of the story is when you're in a single passenger airplane, there's no like place to dispose of the vomit. And I also, oh, there's another part of the story. I vomited into the box of tacos. So it wasn't like a barf bag that would like hold liquid. It was a cardboard box, which doesn't hold liquid. So it was eeping out all over my lap. And I was like, shoot, what do I do with this? And so I asked the pilot and he's like, well, we need to throw it out the window. Apparently that's legal. You just litter when you're at 30,000 feet or whatever. And so we had to pass the box all the way to the front. So I had to hand this like vomit soaked box to like 3 different people until we got it to the front. And then they open up the airplane window to throw it out. And the vomit just goes spraying around inside the cockpit and they chuck it out and then it goes spraying across the side of the airplane. It was miserable. And we had to sit like that for like another hour until we landed at San Diego. Just a private airport just outside San Diego. I don't know the name of it. And then we got out and on the tarmac, we all had to change clothes and clean this airplane that was freshly detailed that we rented for this trip. And so that was nuts. Anyway, so that's everyone's puking in the comments. So that's why Amberly wins $25 worth of targets, because that was a great story. And now you guys know the whole story and why that was worth being picked. So congratulations, Amberly. So those of you who won after the live stream, go ahead and shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, or Patreon to give me your shipping. No, I don't have to ship you anything. Just message me and then I'll give you your code. All right. Yvonne Shank has to go. See you later, man. Hey, I just wanted to say, if you guys know Yvonne, try to follow him on Instagram. He's a guitar builder and he's built some really cool stuff. So on your way out, I'm gonna give you a shout out. Let's move on to $75 target. Okay, $75 worth of cash for shooting target 7. This is going to be, so Mark, shooting target 7, is in the chat, and I wanted to include him in this game. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. Again, this is a creativity one, not a speed one. So take your time, come up with a good answer. You only get one answer. Unless we don't like any of them, then we'll open up a second round. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna give Mark a nickname. Okay? Give Mark a nickname. It could be Mark the Gong Master or something stupid like that. So give Mark a really funny, fun, creative nickname, and I'll tell Mark when to choose a winner. Mark is going to choose this winner. So, Mark, hopefully you're still in the chat. And so with $75 to shooting target 7, I would get 2 Bullseye Gongs. Okay, I talked about the Bullseye Gong for the $50 target or $50 gift card. I would get 2 of them. I think they're just that much fun. I love shooting at multiples of those, and 2 of those would come in right at, if you got the 1/4-inch size Bullseye Gong,
these are good.
then you would, oh, my wife says these are good. Awesome. I can't wait to watch this replay later and see what you guys are coming up with. But anyway, I would get 2 of those Bullseye targets, and that would be pretty much exactly $75. So what I would also probably recommend is, so the cool thing about the Bullseye Gongs is they come with mounting hardware. So I would just kick in an extra few bucks and get the T-post target hangers, and then go to a hardware store and get a couple of T-posts. And that would be a really nice little setup. You just get 2 T-posts and those little slick hangers, and Bullseye Gong, done. Great little portable shooting range. Very convenient and just way too much fun. All right, Mark, go ahead and chime in and pick a winner. Which one did you like the most? And this is for $75 in gift card credit for shootingtarget7.com. Next prize up is going to be $100. All right. Has Mark chimed in yet? He must still be reading. All right. Mark picks Aaron C with Steel Slayer. Okay, good job. All right, Aaron C. Make sure you message me on Facebook, Instagram, or Patreon so that I can get you your $75 Shooting Target 7 code. All right. Shooting Target, Mark says lag. Sorry. No, it's okay. No worries. Okay, so.
Aaron Chrisman.
Who? What?
Aaron Chrisman.
Aaron Chrisman? All right, Aaron Chrisman. You are the winner of $75. So we got Amberly, we got Andy, and we got Aaron. All A names so far. All right, $100 gift credit for Shooting Target 7. Here's what you're going to do. You guys are going to guess, and you only get one guess unless nobody guesses it. Then I will open it up for another round of guesses. But I want you guys to guess, first person to guess, what was the brand of the first gun that I purchased myself? And I will give you one hint. I never reviewed it on my channel. This was before my channel. With $100 for Shooting Target 7, I would buy 2 Bullseye Target Gongs, as I already mentioned. I would also buy 2 additional 1/4-inch, 6-inch gongs and T-post target hangers for those as well. So you'd have a really sweet little shooting setup with a 10-inch gong with a hole in it, with a 3-inch hole with a 4-inch gong behind it. You'd have 2 of those, and then you'd have 2 6-inch gongs. So you kind of really get 3 different target sizes. You'd get a 10, a 6, and a 3 to try to hit from various distances. So that's what I would get, 100, and that would get you a really nice portable shooting setup. I saw somebody in the comments guessed it.
Yeah, Rocky Henson 1818 was the first.
Rocky Henson 1818, was that right? All right, you guessed it. It was a Taurus. It was a Taurus Tracker 357 Magnum revolver, a nice long 6-inch barrel on it, and I saw it in a pawn shop, and it was totally an impulse purchase. I had just recently moved to Arizona, and where the Constitution exists. I lived in California before that, and I thought it was illegal to own guns. Go figure. Once I moved to Arizona, I was like, oh, people here have guns. I think I'll buy a gun someday. And then I was in a pawn shop, and I saw it for a really good price, and so I just bought it. And I knew nothing about firearms at the time, and I didn't know what to check for, and the thing was a piece of junk. If you fired it double action, it was a 7-shot revolver. If you fired it double action, it would misfire on 2 of the cylinders. It didn't have good timing. And so I ended up trading it for a different gun down the road. And I've not bought a Taurus since. I've heard that Taurus recently is kind of coming around, but at the time, it didn't have a very good reputation. But again, I didn't know anything. I didn't know any better when I bought it. And I haven't bought one since. Like I said, I have heard good things about the Taurus G2 and G3. I know that those guns are kind of changing the Taurus brand name to be a more, reliable, good value brand. And so I'm willing to give them a shot at some point again. But I did have a bad taste in my mouth after that experience. So, all right. Well, congratulations to I'm sorry, do you remember what his name was?
Rocky Henson.
Rocky Henson. Make sure you message me on Facebook, Instagram, or Patreon, and I'll get you your $100 gift code for Shooting Target 7. All right, guys. This is the last one. This is the grand prize, $200 for Shooting Targets 7. And before we get into this one, I want to say some people commented on these posts as I was advertising this giveaway. Some people commented that they're nervous to steal targets because they are spending so much money on ammo these days. And what I want to say to that is, yes, ammo is expensive if you're buying it online because there's a lot of price gouging going on. People say there's an ammo shortage. There's not an ammo shortage. There's ammo panic buying right now. So, but anyway, all that to say, right now, investing in ammo, if you can't get it for its normal big box store price, investing in ammo is a really poor investment. because you're going to be paying 2 to 3 times what it would normally cost right now. Now, I am really big on finding the best value firearms, the best value accessories, because I believe that it's more important to spend your money on training than it is to spend your money on your gun. Someone with a $200 gun that spent $300 on ammo to train with it is going to be a much better shot than the person who just bought a $500 gun and 1 box of ammo, right? And so when ammo's not available, the next best thing is to invest in other gear that's going to help you train better. And so right now is probably the best time to be buying steel targets so that you are ready when the ammo comes back on the shelves within the next year. I'm hoping. It seems like it's starting to stay on the shelves a little bit longer each time it's shipped. Based on what I've seen, I've actually found ammo in some big box stores here recently, and it seems to be staying on the shelves a little bit longer each time they stock them. So it will come back, but I would definitely say right now investing in steel targets is really good, especially since there is that coupon code down in the description for 20% off this weekend, and there's already a sale going on this weekend. So you guys are going to get, I mean, that's going to be your best investment for your money for sure. And make sure you're just ready to go. You can also invest in like optics and things like that. It's a good time to buy that stuff because all the prices on that stuff are normal. Whereas ammo is 2 to 3 times the price. All right, let's get into this grand prize. For $200, you are going to write a haiku poem. Haiku poem, just so you know, is a line that's 5 syllables, a line that's 7 syllables, and a line that's 5 syllables again, okay? And I believe you can't hit enter to space the lines. I think once you hit your first line, if you hit enter, it's just gonna submit your comment. So just go ahead and do a period between each line. So 5 syllables, period. 7 syllables, period. 5 syllables, period. You're gonna write a haiku poem. And yes, I did this for the Olight one, but only because it was just so much fun. And I loved reading through all the responses in the replay. So write a haiku about what you would do with the targets that you buy if you win this $200 gift card. All right, here we go. With $200 to Shooting Target 7, I would buy 2 Bullseye Gongs, and then I would buy either 2 6-inch gongs or 2 8-inch gongs. And then I would buy the T-post hangers to hang them. And then I would buy 1 Superlock T-post hanger and a 10-inch gong to hang on that Superlock. So basically, you would get 4 gongs to hang from your T-post. So you'd have bullseye, 6-inch, 6-inch, and then on your center T-post, you would have 1 10-inch target right up there. That's what I would do. If you guys have seen my personal shooting setup, it's very similar. I have bullseye, 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 superlock, superlock, superlock for a total of 7 targets. And man, it is so much fun. I mean, ask my wife, Mrs. Guns, how much fun is it to shoot that setup?
Super fun.
Super fun. So she's good. She's been working on her shooting a lot more lately, and she's gotten wicked good. So that's what I would get with $200. I haven't talked a whole lot about the new Superlock setup. It is really cool. The Superlock setup is interchangeable for different sizes and various thicknesses of targets. So you buy a Superlock system, and then if you decide, oh, I don't want a 6-inch plate, I want a 10-inch plate, you can swap it out. Or if you're like, oh, I'm upgrading all my 1/4-inch plates to 1/2-inch plates because I'm going to be shooting 50 BMG at them, then you can still use the same Superlock hanger. So it's a buy once, cry once sort of hanger, and then you can check whatever, put whatever gongs you want on there. So,
What is it again?
575.
7-5. Okay.
Do we have a winner?
Oh.
Oh, it looks like she liked one, but maybe their syllables weren't quite perfect. So again, now is a really good time to be investing in steel gongs. And I just want to remind you guys, just for viewing this live stream, whether you're in the replay or if you watched it live, you get that coupon code down in the description. That is good for 3 days only, 20% off. And if you think about it, if you use the link that's down in the description, that is an affiliate link, which means I will actually earn a 10% commission on your purchase. Okay, so I want to be upfront with you guys about that. I'm not saying that because I'm pushing these really hard because I want to make a lot of money. I'm saying that because when you do the math, we already have a sale going on, so you're already saving 10 or 15% this weekend. Add in a 20% discount. So let's say it was, everything's 10% off, 20% more off. You're looking at a 30% discount plus 10% going to me as my commission, my sales commission. You're looking at Mark is losing 40% on any targets that you buy this weekend, which means he's not making any money. Okay, I know his profit margins are not 40%. I can pretty much guarantee it. I don't know that for sure, but I would guess that his profit margins are pretty slim. So that's his gift to all of you for joining, is that coupon code. If you don't purchase before the end of the weekend, then you can always use my Guns and Guitars 10% off coupon code. And that's valid anytime, whether there's a sale or not. And remember, free shipping over $99. So load up that cart with $140 worth of stuff, then use that discount code. That should knock it down to just over $100, and you'll get a really sweet target setup. All right, are we... do we have a winner yet? My wife's cracking up, but I think a lot of you don't know how to count syllables or something.
No, these are really good. It's hard to pick. So.
Oh, they're really good, and it's hard to pick. Ooh, the suspense.
I know.
Well, we are at 30 minutes at our live stream, and I wanted to keep it to 30
30
minutes.
I know.
So let's go, babers.
I don't know. I think this is fun. I like Shelby Dowler. Stimulus money helps me get extra gunnies. Mags and rounds galore.
All right, Shelby who?
Shelby Dowler.
Shelby Dowler. Shelby Dowler, did you win something in the Olight giveaway?
Did he win a haiku one?
You might have won. Did you win the haiku one in the giveaway?
The name sounded familiar to me too.
All right, Shelby Dowler. I think you've won something before. I don't know if it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. All right, the haiku master, Shelby Dowler. All right.
Was it the haiku, Shelby?
I think so. He said yeah, so I assume that's it. So all right. Undefeated haiku champion. We'll keep the haiku question. See if anybody overtakes you in these giveaway competitions. Paul Critchfield says Henry 4570. I don't know why you're saying that. Do you want me to review a Henry 4570? Because I would love to. In fact, I've got a Henry 410 axe review coming for you next week. I believe I should have that up next Friday. The axe is a Henry lever action, not a shotgun. Chambered in 410. So I'll see you guys there next week. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to use the link in the description. That would help me out a lot. It'll help me do more of these giveaways. If you use my trackable link, not just because it will earn me a 10% commission, but also because then Mark can see how many sales my channel is generating, which helps with that kind of data, helps us decide if we can do more of these types of giveaways. So I would appreciate it if you use that link. 20% off this weekend. Mark says, have a great weekend, everyone. And we will see you guys next week for a production episode of Guns and Guitars, not a live one. So thank you so much for joining us. I love you guys. Happy